Hello everyone, welcome back to Hero Wars Guide. Today I want to talk about teams for the Lara Croft boss battles. These fights have proved pretty tricky, and of course you want to get through them spending as little buff as possible. And there are tons and tons of sources of information about how you might do that out there. And so what I've done is aggregate everything I could find together, and I added a new page to the site that lists all of the what I thought were the most relevant battles. You've probably already seen 100 different links to 50 different YouTube channels talking about a particular level or another. But let's face it, YouTube kind of sucks as a format for finding that information. If you're anything like me, you've clicked on a bunch of videos and found that the recommendation that they have is worse than what you were already working off of, or it makes you sit through a 10-minute video of mostly failures, or it keeps playing the same thing over and over again on a loop, etc. There's also a couple of lists out there, screenshots of text in Russian, but I've kind of consolidated all those things together on just this one page to hopefully make it a little bit easier to find. So apart from having multiple different sources, the other advantage to this is I'll continue to maintain it as anything new gets announced or posted in various discords, found by my guildmates or whatever. So as far as what we've got on screen, a lot of this is self-explanatory. You've got the level of the boss, how much buff is used for this particular fight, what the odds are, and sometimes this is calculated through some kind of simulator program or whatever. Sometimes it's approximated based on results. The team that you want to use, what was the source of the information. And this isn't necessarily the original source, but this is how I got exposed to it myself. A lot of it came from that Russian language source of information that I mentioned. And by the way, if that's you happen to be watching this, please keep in mind I mean Russian hacker in the most complimentary way possible. But yeah, then also if I have some results, from my own experience or my guildmates going through a particular battle, that'll be here as well. So you can see that as some more information if it's something really low odds. And you've got this here, then that'll give you some indication that other people are achieving it beyond the original author. And then some of these, if you're playing through them, there's a particular sequence of events that needs to take place in order for the fight to lead to a win, and some indicators that maybe you can just bail on a fight after only 5 or 10 seconds rather than waiting around for 2 minutes to see how it goes. So for any case where I've got good information on what that's going to be, you'll see that in here as a note as well. Alright, so you can see the link at the top of the screen here. I'll throw that in the notes for this video as well. But I've got some information in here now for all levels, top to bottom, various different fights. You'll see here some of these later ones, the numbers tend to be quite large, and it's not directly the case that always higher buff is better odds, but there's some in here that are going to be at the extremely low end that are really only going to be useful if you've got some kind of automation program. Like this one, I think, is along the lines of an average of 1 out of every 6,000 tries to get it done. But yeah, so this should give you, it's not always necessarily going to be the lowest one you want to go with, but you should have a sense of what you're getting into as you pick a level. Alright, hope you guys find this useful. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you again next time.